Amazing Sasha ASMR. I appreciate you joining me today for amazing ASMR sounds. Best practice 1. Get into a comfortable position. 2. Speak only through your heart. 3. Listen to my voice and only my voice. Disclaimer: this is for women only. So, last week I was due on my period. It hadn't arrived. This is now day 9 of my missing menstruation. I naturally went online and went onto the NHS website and a few others to check why my usually like clockwork on time period failed to arrive when it was due. And various different websites pointed to stress, diet changes, stress, weight fluctuations, stress. But then I found myself on Reddit and went on a sort of unplanned deep dive, and thousands of women around the world experienced either 2 periods in 1 month or a missing period like myself. Isn't it so strange? There was one theory, and I'm not usually a conspiracy theorist. There's a theory about solar storms and disrupting the magnetic fields on Earth. Another theory was something about, and I'm not the expert in this field by the way, but the shutdown of CERN, the machine that smashes particles together. Isn't that interesting? So here I am, laying in wait for my period to arrive, and it's now been like 8 or 9 days and it's still nowhere to be seen. I don't even have like the pre-period symptoms that I usually get, which are cravings for apple pie. I get very hot, although the weather has been too hot, so that's hard to say. It's not that. And I tend to sleep more a day or 2 leading up, and then throughout my period, and then just the day or 2 after I'm still tired whilst my iron restores and my blood count goes back up. So, yes, missing menstruation. I've still continued to go for running. I've continued to do my stretches and stuff. I'm trying to keep to my normal schedule. And obviously exercise helps reduce stress if it is stress related, but I don't feel more stressed than I usually do, I guess. So that's why I find it very bizarre. And yes, we all have vibrations. We all have connection to our universe. We form part of the universe. We have carbon in our bodies. We're made up of stardust. I'm an actual star, so it's slightly different, but all the same. I thought like sharing it with you, because I do have a lot of women listeners and I appreciate that so much. I just wanted to touch base to say my menstruation is missing and I really miss it. I know it might sound silly to some people, but I love being on time with my periods, and although sometimes I get really horrible period pains and have some really tiresome days where my energy is just next to nothing, I love having a period. I just love that aspect of my life. I love releasing and, feeling more in tune with myself during that time. I'm more emotionally sensitive to things. I see a picture of a little duckling and I cry. And I love trying to, during that time of the month, understand why I operate as I do during that time of the month. Why is it that I find myself eating like an entire apple pie with loads of custard and really enjoying it in the moment, and then afterwards thinking, oh damn it, I should have had a bowl of spinach and like 2 boiled eggs. But I'm so fascinated with the human mind, body and spirit, because it's like, why do these things happen the way that they do? And I love it. So period, please come back. And also, I know this sounds really cheesy, but I'm a bit worried about wearing certain types of summery clothes in certain colours, just in case I come on a random day and there's like disaster. Even though yes, I do walk with, sanitary products, I get into my own head and my mind, my OCD brain catastrophizes everything, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna bleed out everywhere on the day that I'm wearing like a bright colour because it's so hot in the UK. Trust me, to be caught out like this. And that's another reason why I want my period back, because I'm like, I just need to plan ahead my outfits, and I don't want to sit in black, and no, I don't want to wear black leggings, and even though I love black leggings, it's just too hot for my legs. I want to have my legs out. I want to wear like a bright colourful dress. I want to like skedaddle and go frolicking and not worry about coming on a random day when my period was due 9 days ago. Do you know what I mean? So yes, I'm reporting in. I too have a missing period, missing menstruation, and I really, truly miss it. So period, wherever you are, whatever's going on, please return to me. I need you in my life. I appreciate you. I love you. And I'm channeling positive thoughts to all of those women around the world, women and girls who have missed their periods or who have had 2 periods. There is clearly something going on in the Earth's atmosphere, within our outer space, within our multiverse of universes, that has affected all of our cycles, and I too want to discover the truth behind this. It's very interesting, and I think like if we think back to ancient society, a lot of civilizations were very in tune with the cosmos, very in tune with their bodies and cycles, and I felt like somewhere along the way we've lost some of this tenacity and mindset to our approach to women's reproductive health. We've lost some of the wisdom, and I want to get back to that point so many of us were affected. And while I initially thought it was just me, and this probably sounds really weird, but I'm glad I'm not the only one. But it's shocking when you hear that women all over the world were affected around the same time of the month. End of June, literally. And around like the start of July, some women had 2 periods that month. Some women had a missed period. I'm one of the missed period people. And I want answers. I want explanations and reasons. I want a scientific study carried out. And if it turns out just to be a fluctuation of the magnetic field or something, whatever's going on these conspiracy blogs, maybe there's some truth there. I don't know, but it feels I'm gravitating towards a solar storm. I like the sounds of that. A solar storm affected my menstruation. That's a reasonable explanation for me. I just want to hear a scientist confirm that. Or trust my body to know that our periods will return soon. And try not to stress so much. There's nothing wrong with us. There's something going on this earth. Sasha's adding to the conspiracy. My womb has added to this conspiracy. Increase the dramatic intense. I love you all. Honestly, if I had not stumbled across the Reddit posts and the TikToks, thank you TikTok, I would still be lost and stressed out even more. I think whether or not these solar storms or magnetic field disruptions theories are true, it gives me a little comfort knowing that, yeah, it sounds reasonable. Although a little kooky, it sounds like a reasonable explanation. I think sometimes when things look weird and strange to us, we reject it because we're like, that's too strange, that's impossible, when actually that theory, even though it's labelled conspiracy, that conspiracy theory could actually be the truth to what is happening with our cycles or what has happened this past, week, 2 weeks. I love it. Indulge me. I'm all ears. And I'm reading the comments. About this. I'm participating in the conversation. Thank you for listening to my report of my missing menstruation. And may we all come together and manifest menstruation back